Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. In today's lesson, we're going to be focusing on some things that we have checked throughout the unit thus far. Throughout the semester. That has to do with some reading techniques. To be more precise, if you remember, skimming and scanning. All right, I'm just gonna read this for you just to be very clear. So skimming is the quick reading. It helps you to quickly find the main ideas, skimming each sections, looking for keywords and ideas. So as we have practiced before, skimming is when you read for a general understanding of whatever you are reading, all right? Not for the specific information. So, some of the key tips is to read the title, read the caption, read the headings and the subheadings, all right? Read the first and last sentence of each paragraph. That might help you to speed up even more this process. Now, when you want to read about something, for specific information and to have a true understanding of the subject matter, you scan. So scanning is finding facts. That means the true information, the true meaning, and the true meaning of the text of the text. All right, a deeper understanding of it. It helps you to focus on hard facts and helps you to find the key words without any fluff. Fluff means without wasting your time. This is what you do to find keywords, so specific information. Look in the text section by section. Look the nouns and the verbs in each sentence. Look for bold or repeated words. All right. Now, one thing I will suggest you to do when you have to face a long texts and you want to scan them, not to skim them, all right? Read each paragraph and try to assign each paragraph a, a main idea or main objective, all right? Let us try something out here. Okay, so world records. So if you were to scan them, the scan them, that means for specific information, not to skim them, all right? The strategy that you may want to use is to assign each paragraph one specific idea. Now we have a part of the word already cut up for us. What do I mean with that? We know that the first paragraph is going to talk about the roller coaster. The second is going to talk about a busy subway. Then the next, this one is going to talk about the escalator, a mountain range, and so on and so forth. But sometimes you don't have access to these bullet points. All right, bullet points or headings. All right, títulos. When you don't have access to those, then you may add them. So you know what they are. So you may know and organize your ideas more clearly. So this is the activity. Answer the following questions related to the text. Which are two very dangerous animals? Which are two places at high altitudes? Which are two places with crowds of people? Which are two different ways to go up nearly 140 meters? Which is the most expensive city? Which is the busiest and beautiful subway? Okay, so in this case, my suggestion is for you to, as always, read the entire text twice. One, you skim, and the second you scan. Now, if that's not your jam, that's not really what works for you, just start scanning right away. Why? Because here they're asking you for specific information. If you only skim, you are going to miss out some of these pieces of information. Got it? Now I'm gonna give you some minutes for you to read the text. Pause the video in the meantime. Okay, let us check the answers. Number one, the poison dart frog and the African black mamba. Number two, Wenchuan, China and the Himalayas. Number three, the King Dakar in New Jersey, my bad, the USA, and the Central Mid-Level Escalator in Hong Kong, China. Number four, the Metropolitan Subway in Moscow, Russia, and Tijuana in Mexico. Number five, the most expensive city is Tokyo, Japan. And number six, the Metropolitan in Moscow. All right, answer true or false the following statements. Once again, dear all, I will ask you to scan the text and pause the video by all means, and then come back. Gonna wait a little bit. All right, let us check. True, false, false, true, and true. All right, now when we talk about writing, remember that the main topic of the unit has to do with natural wonders. So in a rush, I would like you to try to think about these pictures and maybe briefly describe them. So you can have a mental picture and a basic selection of vocabulary to talk about them. I'm gonna give you an example. So here I can see a volcanic eruption. It looks quite dangerous because there's a lot of molten magma and lava blowing out all over the place. That it is certainly frightening, and I will not like to be there. So, just by describing that picture, now I have an idea and some key vocabulary that I may use. Let's try with another one. Okay, the waterfalls. I don't know which waterfalls are those, but they look quite majestic, beautiful, and awe-inspiring. Awe-inspiring means que les inspira, los deja boquiabierto. All right. Then we have the Great Coral Reef, the mountains, a canyon, a big city, Rio de Janeiro, and the Northern Lights. The Northern Lights. All right. Write an activity. To develop the activity, you can use the following information. All right, so what should we do in this activity, to be more precise? According to the information, Monte Aconcagua is the highest in Argentina, blah, 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 blah. So, dear all, what is the activity? What you should try to do? The following. Write an activity, natural wonders. You will have to write a brief paragraph about a human or natural wonder in your country. Include a photo if you can, and focus on the name of the natural wonder, the physical description, include it if you visit this place, include what is the most exciting about it, and include some vocabulary of the unit. Now, on the top of my head, I'm going to choose one natural wonder that I like quite a lot. All right, and I'm going to try to describe it to you. So in my case, I would choose the Amazonian rainforest, la jungla de la Amazonia. All right, rainforest, not jungle. Try to use rainforest, more accurate. So the Amazonian rainforest is now. Let's go to physical description. It is also known as as the giant green lung of the world. It is not only the largest rainforest in the entire world, but also the ones that host the largest amount of biodiversity and biodiversity and uh, indigenous cultures. It coincides and borders with about 6 different countries, from which the most prominent one is Brazil. Currently, nowadays, the Amazonian rainforest it is been is under fired and in danger as a result of indiscriminate fires and deforestation in order to boost the economy. All right. I once visit the rainforest when I traveled to Brazil many years ago. I was a child at that point. The thing that excited me the most about it were the natural beauty and the fauna. To be more precise, I fell in love of coatis. Coatis are like these little raccoon-like animals. They are they are the worst. They are the worst. They steal your stuff. They're basically cats, but even worse. They are total jerks. I love them. And some vocabulary that I might include, well, I use a rainforest and something else as sprinkler are around my description. But you may do that. All right? Now, please remember, here you have some examples. Maybe you want to talk about a waterfall, the Northern Lights, a volcanic eruption. Papua Nueva Guinea is a volcano that you may talk about, the Grand Canyon, the Coral Reef, or maybe a city. But the thing that I want you to do is to try to make it lively, try to make it fun, and try to make it engaging for the reader. All right, everybody, as usual, it has been my pleasure. Take care and be well.